right, we should be live on Twitch, on YouTube. Chat is connecting to Facebook. Let me go back over here. We're testing some things out tonight. We got some new stuff that we're playing with.
That might have just went live.
Twitch is live. So we know Twitch is live. Do you see anything on Facebook?
I'm looking.
I don't know if Facebook is going live.
I don't think it's working with Facebook yet. That stinks.
All right, give us a second to see if we can add a title. I added a title. Shadows in Kyoto. I put a title. Why does it not like my title? And why won't it let me go live? Choose from launcher. Preview your broadcast with the stream encoder. All right, we're trying to use Restream.io, and we're trying to see if we can actually get this to work out through Facebook. So give us a couple. Oh, I didn't change the. We did not change the name on Twitch. Alright, let's see if we can do that real quick. Alright, we are trying different things.
This is what happens with live.
Yeah, well, this is the first time we're doing this.
Yeah, I know.
So, alright.
Facebook still says it's connected.
Yeah, I know. I'm not too sure why, because it's not giving me the go live prompt. And I'm not
In the
too
bottom right-hand
sure
corner.
what this looks like. It's YouTube stream now warning. Your settings.
Recommended 2.
Your settings. Okay. Edit settings. I thought this is supposed to like fix it for me automatically.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play around with it.
Because it said with this on, I thought it's supposed to stream and do all this stuff for me, and it does not look like it's doing that. I think Twitch is working.
Twitch worked before.
Alright, we got that updated. I am not sure why Facebook is not working. I'm going to have to play around with that some.
I don't think Instagram is live either.
It's YouTube is the other thing
Oh.
that it's going out to. Alright. We're going to be back in a second. We're just going to go out to Twitch today. I'm going to have to play around with this. This does not appear to be working the way it said it would. If they're watching on YouTube. Okay. Alright, no Facebook today. We'll work on Facebook. It looks like Twitch is working, and I updated the name.
Okay.
So
well, we'll just have to work on it. We're trying. Bear with us. And it's 110 degrees in here, so we're just gonna.
I don't have chats, so open up. I don't know if there's chat on Facebook or on YouTube.
That's how I saw they were talking to us.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Live chat.
Oh.
John Lewis, hi. Adam Lewis, hey. Kimmy and Joe.
Oh, and you're on. Oh, that's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. All right, I'll load up Twitch chat. All right. All right. Today we are going to be playing a little game called... Going to switch screens here real quick. Called Chateaus in Kyoto. This is published by Emperor S4. Also, Deepwater Games. We received this game as a review copy while we were at... this doesn't fit on this. There we go. While we were at Origins, Tiffany gave this to us. She works for Deepwater Games. I guess you could say this will play... This is a really cool two-player game. It plays a little bit like Stratego. Quite a bit more options. We are playing with multiple advanced rules. The basis of the game is each of us will have 6 characters that you can play as. I am playing as the government. Kim is playing as what's known as the Oniwaban. That is basically the not thieves. What were they referred to as? I can't think of what they were called. What they were called, the Oniwaban. It's the government against the Oniwaban. It was kind of like the uprising. I can't think of what the word is.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
So if we think of it, we'll tell you. Basically, what we're going to do is the board is divided into 2 halves. As you can see, my half is kind of like this beigeish color. Kim's is green. That's why she is the green characters. I'm kind of like the beige characters. The game is kind of like a card game. There are 2 different stacks of cards. There are location cards, which have this house symbol on them. Where'd my trackball go so I can switch over screens? So these are our location cards. They will have different locations on them that are going to match all of the different colors on the board. I am going to have to reshuffle that deck now. There are also tactic cards. Tactic cards have a scroll on them. Tactic cards have different actions or abilities on them, I guess you could say. And they kind of change up the game just a tad as far as movement goes. So, the goal of this game is to... There's one of 3 ways the game can end, I guess we could say. If I move one of my characters that has this little red dot on him, he is one of my characters that actually has information regarding what we're doing here. So I have 2 characters that have red dots on them, which are basically carrying information. Kim also has 2. If I can get either one of my characters with the red dot in her back row, a la Stratego, you can win the game. If I capture both of her characters with the 2 red dots on them, I win. If I capture 3 of her characters, let me show you what the other characters look like. There are other characters in the game that don't have a red dot. If I capture 3 of her characters without red dots, I lose. Because I basically have captured too many characters without information. What we're going to be doing on our turn is we're going to start off with a hand of 6 cards. We'll start off with 4 location cards, 2 tactic cards in our hand. You essentially play a card, do the action, draw a card. There are some times in the game where you might draw multiple cards. With Kim's character, we are playing the advanced game, so we have these special equipment cards out here that we can actually turn over. As you can see, they are currently on the gray side. You can see that on the overhead screen nicely. They have a colored side to them. When Kim captures one of either of my 3s or my 2, I think it is. Is that correct? Where is my cheat sheet? Right there. I think that was what let me look up in the rules real quick and just make sure I'm saying that correctly. I want to get that right. During the game, when one of your 3, yes, so it's a 3, the 2, or the 0. So either of the 3s, the 2 with the star, or the 2 with the red asterisk, or the 0. Basically, if you look closely on the board, you probably can't see, and I'm not going to be able to zoom in with my camera. The 3 and the 2 that have the information are marked with red dots. There are 4 other characters that have a little black asterisk under them. The 3, the 2, and the 0. Those are the ones that, when those are captured, you can flip over one of these equipment cards and actually then utilize it at any time. We are also playing with charisma cards. These are the cards that are down here. What my ability allows me to do when Kim and I go into combat, if she is attacking me, the defender has to reveal themselves. I would basically flip my character down like this so she can see what number I am. What my charisma actually does is she has to reveal herself as an attacker, which normally doesn't happen, which is actually very nice.
My charisma card works with the bait card.
Yes.
This bait card, there are 2
in the deck,
in the tactic cards, and what it allows you to do is take one of these location cards. Say I did a red one, I could hide that, put this bait card on top of it. If Joe was to land on a red location, I flip that over, and I automatically, do I get that guy, or do I push him back?
You can push him back.
I can push him away. That's what it is. I get to push him away 1 to 2 spaces. What my charisma card lets me do is not only one of these. When I play one, I get to play another location. So yes. If you landed on another location, say a blue one, then I could push that one back as well, 1 to 2 spaces.
Yeah. So essentially, her charisma character lets her have 2 locations under 1 bait card. Yes. Very, very powerful. Both abilities, I think, are very powerful. I think it's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say one is better than the other. That is essentially kind of at a high level the gist of the game. It's a very simple game to learn. There is a lot of strategy in the game, and you'll see that as we're playing through this. You'll notice that there's a lot of times we're taking chances as to whether we want to attack or not. And the way combat works is when one of my characters moves into one of characters Kim's spaces, combat happens. Her as the defender, she has to reveal herself. Like I said, she would basically lay her character down. I would look at what character I'm attacking with. If it is greater than or equal to, I win. If she is greater than, I basically have to retreat. And that is the way combat works. If I am greater than or equal to, I would capture her, and I would basically put her card over one of the appropriate number that's on the bottom of the board. One of the interesting things with movement, though, I talked about using the location cards for movement. When we set up our characters here, you'll see that we're basically using the cards to move. You have to move forward all the time. You can move forward straight ahead, orthogonally, basically, or diagonally. You can't move sideways or backwards. There are tactic cards, since it's a card game, that, of course, change those rules. There is a defend card that lets you essentially move your character backwards. Other than that, all of your movement with the location cards has to be straight ahead. Can't move sideways. Like I said, there is different tactic cards that let you do some funky things. There's a tunnel card which lets you slide across a row. A charge lets you move ahead, but then maybe move one of your defender's characters back a space. So you'll see the tactic cards, and we'll explain them as those come out. Let's go ahead and prep the board and put our characters out right now.
Did you mention about the 0?
No, I did not. So in combat, the higher number always wins, or equal will win. Since there are 2 3s, 2 2s, a number 1, and a 0, basically everything can beat the 0, but, the 0 can beat the 3, which makes it very interesting. It makes it, so you don't necessarily want to charge your 3 down the board thinking you're just going to clean up, because if Kim has a 0 right up front here and I run into that right away, boom, she could knock my 3 out, which is kind of like knocking out one of your stronger characters from one of the weaker characters. Kind of just like, I hate to say, just like in Stratego. But I think with the movement cards, with the tactic cards, it is definitely different than anything you might have played from your childhood. I know it's different from a lot of the games I had played. I'm going to go ahead and try to
I believe all the Loomises are watching
do
too,
a
so
nice
you know.
mix. Nice. Hey,
Johnny,
everybody.
Adam, Big Adam.
Hey, everybody.
He said it was buffering a little. Seems to be okay on my end now, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I don't see anything kind of off from the computer. We're using a new streaming service that lets us stream to multiple things. We were supposed to be able to stream to Facebook Live as well. That's not working. I'll have to work on that. I'm just happy it's kind of working to Twitch as well as YouTube. Because YouTube we've never streamed to before. That's new. So once I can get Facebook working, we'll be streaming to all 3 places at once, which will be kind of neat. Got to play around with that. I set it up in an hour earlier and tried to do it real quick, and this was our test and it failed. So we'll fix it. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it in post.
Did you mention these spaces?
No, I did not. So there's a couple other spaces let's chat about on the board real quick. I mentioned there's different color cards. So there's blue, there's green, there's red, there's yellow. There's also these 2 gray spaces on the board, which are wild, which you can use any color to move into. There are also 2 spaces on Kim's side of the board I cannot move into. That is these 2 green spaces here. And then there's 2 yellow, beiges. I don't know what the hell color this is. What color? You're one. What color would you call that? Beige?
I don't know.
Taupe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever color it is, these 2 flower symbols here, Kim can't move into those. Pretty much on the board, that's about the only restriction. Kind of besides that movement thing that I had mentioned. Let's go ahead and draw our 6 cards. So we take our 4 location cards. We take 2 tactic cards.
And tell me again, because we only played with these one time last night. When can I flip one of those over
You
again?
can flip one of those when I take one of your starred things. That's
Okay,
what the black
just
star
one.
means. Remember how we were
Yep.
asking what these
we
were
weren't
for?
using them. Yep, I got it.
Whenever I capture one of these of yours, you can flip one over. What's the matter?
Nothing. I thought I drew the wrong thing, but I didn't. I'm good. I'm good.
So, you as the Oni Top, what the heck is the name? The names in this game are a little different. The Oni Waban, you as the Oni Waban, get to go first. So, go ahead and take your turn. I think that's pretty much the gist of the whole game. I think I pretty much just went through all the roles. I went through movement. I went through some of the different locations. We'll tell you the different locations because each different location has a different name to it. I'm actually playing as
You
Aroma?
are right here.
I'm playing as Aroma, and Kim is playing as Anju.
Yes.
So they actually give you this nice handy-dandy little... Let me see if I can get that so there's no glare on there, and it's going to take the focus. They actually give you this little sheet which has kind of like a backstory for all the girls, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Just adds a little bit more flavor to the game.
So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and use my special ability with my charisma card.
Oh, wow, you drew a bait right off the bat.
Yep.
Okay.
So I can take 2 location cards.
And this is a nice small box game, as you can see. I mean, it's basically as big as my hand. This box is. Game pieces are smaller, definitely not too tiny. There are little stickers you do have to put on the meeples themselves. That was probably the trickiest part because they are so small. You almost need to use a set of tweezers. I was trying to just use my fatty fingers, and it was really tricky yesterday when I was doing it. So that's it. That's all you're going to do. So draw your cards.
Okay.
And that will be it for Kim, and it will be my turn here in a second.
You always draw back up to 6 cards in your hand.
Always draw back up to 6. And whenever you draw cards, the interesting thing about the game is, even though Kim played a couple locations in a tactic, she doesn't necessarily have to draw 2 locations in a tactic. You can pretty much draw any location you want. Now, as you can see, there are a limited number of tactic cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8, basically. I think 2 of each. No, there's 2 defend, 2 tunnel, 2 bait,
1
a swap, and a
one
charge. So there's 8 cards. Once you run out of a deck, you do not reshuffle it. So if you go through all of your tactics within the first couple of moves, you have no tactics to utilize for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I've done that. It's easy to do, to run out of them.
Yeah, I try to use a good mix to not run out, but it can happen.
It's fun, though. We've played this twice now. We started off without using the charisma and the advanced cards.
Did we play 2 or 3 times?
Maybe we did play 3.
I
don't
can't
know.
even remember.
It's really fun, though.
And it's a fairly quick game. It plays about 15 to 30 minutes. 15 to 30 minutes. I didn't say 50. 15 to 30. And I'd say that's about right. That's about what the box says, and I would kind of go along with that. It's a nice, quicker game. Great 2-player game. And as you can see, it can only be played 2 players. So I'm going to go ahead and take my turn. I'm going to play the market. So I'm going to move one of my guys to the market. Essentially, that is it for me. And I'm going to draw my card, and it's going to go back to Kim.
I'm going to play a location. I will play a red area. Draw a card.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a residence, which is the green area. I'm going to move diagonally over here and then draw another location. And I mean, it's almost a game of where you're throwing your characters out there and you're like, okay, who's going to attack first? Who's going to try to see what you're leading with? And then what do you follow up with? Because there was a game yesterday where we were playing where I kept throwing my lower numbered character and Kim kept trying to defend him and push him back, not realizing she thought it was one of my 3, it was one of my higher point characters, but it was my lower point character. And finally she attacked it and captured it. And it had lost her the game because that was the 3rd character she had captured without information on there. So, there was 3 or 4 turns where she just kept pushing that character back, and I'm just kind of giggling inside, thinking, she doesn't realize what that character is.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
There's a lot of hidden information here that you're trying to just figure out and deduce as you're playing through the game, which I think makes the strategy in the game so nice. It makes it a nice light strategy game, but nothing too. I forgot to draw a card, I think. Oh no, there it is. But it's not too difficult to where, it would take you hours to learn to figure out. I don't want to say it's like chess where it's easy to learn but then hard to master, but I have a feeling there's some different strategies you can probably come up with as you're playing through the game, which kind of make it interesting.
Yeah, we haven't played it enough times to really figure out a strategy yet.
I'm going to move up to the shrine.
Ooh, and you're going to trigger...
Oh, and I just triggered a bait. So Kim can now push me back 2 locations. The way that will work is she can push me straight back 2 spaces, or she can actually push me back here and then diagonal. So she can push me back to here, or to here, or to here.
I can also go here.
And you can also go here.
Yep, right here.
1, 2, yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
So that pushes her all the way back there. Or pushes me all the way back there.
Pushes you all the way back?
You're the one that's been drinking.
All right. How could you not drink? They have 12 Dogs at Christmas out in July. How could you not? Okay. So I am going to play a wild. I'm going to move up here.
All right. So
And
Kim is attacking. So me as the defender, I have to reveal myself, but in a nice way. So I am a 0. So since I have my charisma card, Kim has to reveal herself too. What normally happens in combat is the defender has to show what they are and basically lay their character down. Kim then looks at her character to see whether she is higher, equal, or lower, and then say basically what happens. You have to be honest. There is no lying in this game. You can't lie or cheat. You kind of have to be honest. But since I have my charisma card, Kim has to lay her character down now as well to reveal herself. So she's a 3. I just took her 3. But the bad thing is it's a 3, but it's a 3 without information. So if I take 2 more without information...
You don't take it.
What's that? Oh, yeah, you just push back.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to... where'd you come from? You came from the red.
Here. Yep.
So you basically just go back to there.
Right?
That is correct. Mm-hmm. Yes, you don't lose. I forgot about that. You don't lose on...
a challenge.
On an attack. You cannot get taken on an attack. You're basically you retreat when you lose on an attack. Very good. I forgot about that. Thank you. I did that wrong yesterday, too, the one time, and you caught me.
That's what I'm here for.
So I know what that is now because it's been revealed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack Kim and move up to the shrine. And we pretty much knows what happens. I basically capture her.
Yep.
There was really pretty much nothing she could do at that point in time. She couldn't move away or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and capture this. Now, I did take one of her characters with a black asterisk. She now gets to activate one of her equipment cards. And her equipment cards are actually kind of cool. They give you a nice little cheat sheet here that you can see. And the cheat sheet, what her equipment is she has a typewriter, drugs, and a pocket pistol. The typewriter lets her choose any one card from the discard pile and add it to her hand. The drugs let her choose one of your opponent's agents. During their next turn, your opponent must move that agent. And then she has a pistol that attacks one of my agents. Guess the identity of the attacker, then reveal its identity. If your guess is correct, immediately capture the agent. So it kind of just adds a little bit more flavor to the game. Yeah. Because it gives you a few more options and a few more different abilities that you don't have in the base game. Without using the charisma cards and the equipment cards, the game is very basic. It's very simple, and I think plays a little too simple for us. So like I said, we played without those things once, and then we were like, let's throw them both in, and we were like, oh wow, that definitely just rounded it out very nicely. I don't think I drew a card when I did that because I only have 5.
So I flipped over the pocket pistol.
Yes.
And what that allows me to do is when one of your opponent's agents attacks one of your agents, I can guess the identity of the attacker, then reveal its identity, and if I guess correct, I immediately capture that agent.
Yep. All right. So I am on this red space, and it is now my turn.
It's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn because I just captured you. Sorry about that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always make sure we have 6 in our hand.
I'm gonna go up 1 to blue.
Boy. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to play a swap. Swap is a tactic card. What swap allows you to do is, I'll read what it says here. I take two agents that are in the same row or column and place them beneath the table. I bring them back up and put them back in those 2 same spaces. But you may swap their positions. So what I do is, I have one character here and one in the red. I take these under the table. I can mix them up, do whatever I want to them.
Even though that one's been revealed?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I'm guessing the reveal has to stay revealed.
I would assume it would have to.
That kind of stinks. We'll have to look that one up on Board Game
I'm
Geek.
pretty sure that has to stay revealed. I don't think you can just mix that up.
I would guess as well that would stay revealed.
Joe's making his own rules, and that's not how it goes.
We'll look here.
I'm going to go.
If either of the 2 agents was revealed before you play this card, their identity is hidden once again after playing this tactic card.
Oh, well, by all means.
Place both agents back on the board so their identities are facing you.
Wow, I was wrong. That doesn't happen very often.
And that's what we get for reading the rules. We didn't actually do that yesterday. That's the first time we actually tried that. I don't even know if either of us used swap yesterday.
I did.
Did you? Yeah.
I just swapped them.
We swapped. Yeah. We didn't have a revealed character.
Now, what would be funny is if that camera was zoomed in enough so I could see all your guys, but it's not.
Oh, yes.
That would be fun. All right, so...
I thought about that. I was like, can she see the cards behind me on the laptop of the TV that's behind me? Darth Molly, house rules? I'm trying not to make house rules. I'm going to take a tactic card to redraw up to 6, and it is your turn.
All right. Oh, boy.
I'm actually glad I looked that up in the rules. That was good. If the enemy's agent's original movement would trigger a conflict, resolve the conflict before carrying. So there's a note for bait as well. If the enemy agent's original movement would trigger a conflict, resolve that conflict before carrying out the effect of the bait card. Okay, so that's another thing that's good to know.
I'm going to.
They on the little cheat sheet they give you information, but they don't give you all of the information sometimes that you might need, like we just ran into. That little note section is only in the rule book. It's not on the little information card they give you. So sometimes we have to look up the rules real quick. It's easy to miss some of those little rules like that. What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack you again.
Attack at me? That's
Yeah.
not nice. Okay, so me as defender, I have to reveal I am a 1. Kim has to reveal with my nice little handy dandy. So I know now that that's a 2 with information. So that may be something I want to try to capture. Because if I capture that, and if I capture both of hers with information, I can win the game. So that is one of the 3 win conditions. So I'm going to play a shrine. And then I'm going to draw another location. And hopefully the fan isn't coming through on the stream because we have the air conditioner in another room turned off and it's a little warm up here with all these lights. We're going to be getting new lights maybe in the next week or so. We're going to switch from these fluorescents, which are a little warmer, to LEDs, which hopefully won't be as warm. But it's almost 100 degrees outside, so even with air conditioning in the house, it's still a little warm up here in our game room. Oh, cool. Thank you, Darth Molly. She said the fan's not coming through. That's good to know.
Oh, good. We wanted to know that. Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to pull your move that you just did.
So you're doing a swap.
I'm going to just swap. So I'm going to take these 2.
She put one on the table. That's good to know, though, that when you do a reveal, that you can do that. Oh, God, I wish we would have known that yesterday when we were playing.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a wild card. I don't know if I've shown a wild card, so let me flip over here. A wild card is essentially, it lets you move to any of the colored locations on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and play a wild card, and I'm going to move this guy up to the blue area, which I don't know what the name is because I don't have a blue area in my hand.
I'm going to play...
And I drew a location to refill my hand.
A location. Come up there.
I'm going to play a residence, which is a green card. I'm going to move this guy up here into that residence, and I'm going to draw a location card. So I think in the rules what they suggest is playing as the different sides. So playing as the government, playing as the Oniwataba. I can never get that darn name right. Oniwaban. So they suggest, like, once you play as the government and, we're supposed to flip the board over, then I'll play as green. Kim would play as the beige, taupe, yellow, whatever color you want to call that. Just to make it a little different. I think we've always played these colors.
Yeah,
I think
we have.
Kim's always played green. Yeah, I've always played the government. She's always played as the
attack
Oniwaban. So she's attacking me. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal it's a 0. And you're going to reveal it's a 2. Okay? Mm-hmm. So you're going to go ahead and capture that. So you now have 2 of my non-information.
Yep.
So if you capture one more, you lose.
Yep. I know how it goes.
Now, since you did capture my 0, there is an asterisk there, a black asterisk. I can flip over one of my actual equipment cards. My 3 equipment cards are, I have a wireless bug, which lets me choose one of my opponent's agents and immediately reveal its identity, which actually kind of came in handy yesterday for me as I was trying to see and capture one of Kim's cards as she was coming in to attack me. I have a stun weapon. It lets me choose one of my opponent's agents. During their next turn, your opponent cannot move that agent. So it kind of does a freeze on them and stuns them. I also have a bulletproof fan. When one of my agents wins a conflict as the attacker, immediately move that agent again by playing a location or tactic card. I am going to flip over the bulletproof fan for the extra movement, because that actually sounds pretty cool. I think I had flipped that over there yesterday, but I don't think I actually utilized it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a market and move this guy up here. I look like I have some sort of chess thing going on. And then that is my turn.
My man.
We watched way too much Rick and Morty.
All right, I'm going to play this red card, and I'm going to try and capture that guy.
You're going to capture that guy? Okay. So, the defender has to reveal.
Watch it be in. Oh!
That is my 3.
Okay.
So, you are lower. You have to move back. And my guy's basically revealed now. So she has my 3 dot revealed with 3 information.
Nice.
So, on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and play a wild card. And I'm going to attack with my 3 and actually capture your 2.
Okay.
And that will allow you to, once again, flip over another equipment card.
Too bad I couldn't have used my pocket pistol and guess what you were trying to attack me with. I'm assuming since it was already revealed, you can't use that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can do, you know what, let's, jeez. I guess I'll turn over the typewriter. The typewriter, basically, during my turn, choose any one card from my discard pile and add it back into my hand.
All right. And then I'm actually going to use my bulletproof fan, which is essentially going to put this card out of the game. It's going to allow me to play a movement card, like I stated, after immediately attacking and winning. I can play a location or tactic card. I'm going to go ahead and do a defend, since she knows what that card is. And I'm going to slide that back 1 spot, just to be a little safer.
All right.
You know what? I was up here.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to here. There we go. And then I have to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to draw 1 location card and 1 tactic card. Okay, interesting.
All right.
Darth Molly, haha. I'm new to Rick and Morty, but I love it. It's so clever. Oh, we've been watching it. We have the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray, and we need to purchase the 3rd season. And I think when we're going to place an order for some lights and everything, we may throw that. I may throw that onto my order and actually get season 3. We don't buy a hell of a lot of Blu-rays, but Rick and Morty is one we just love.
I'm surprised we haven't bought any of the Bob's Burgers.
We have some of the Bob's Burgers on Amazon.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we bought some of the seasons on Amazon, just like we did with Mike Tyson.
It's hot hell in this room right now
Yes,
with the lights. That's why we are buying new lights. So I'm going to move this game along. I'm going to go up here.
We were going to try to stream 2 games tonight, but due to heat, I think we may just do 1.
We were at a birthday party earlier today, and coming home, the car read it was 101 out. So.
Yeah. We had the roof
And then
down.
when we got home, we lost power for about 10 seconds. So we're like, are we even going to be able to do a stream tonight?
Yeah, so I don't know if there were brownouts going around or what. So hopefully we don't die in the middle of this stream.
Oh my God, that is awful. All right, go.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a residence and move this guy up here. We've moved a lot more characters. Yesterday, I think we were only shifting much. 1 or 2 characters. We're moving a lot more characters, I think, this game.
I am going to use... I use any card, right, to move into here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. The Oniwaban player may play. Neutral location. Play any location to enter card to enter.
That's what I thought.
Just making sure. Just doing a quick rules check. Always like to do that. They saw 112 and 112 through 114. I feel your pain. I live in the Southwest. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're up Northeast Ohio, so we're about 30 minutes west of Cleveland. So we're close to Lake Erie, about 10, 15 minutes away. And it's during the summer it's hot. During the winter it's cold as hell because of that lake. They saw 112 to 114 last week. That's
insane.
That's insane. But we wouldn't mind moving someplace where it's warm all year round. We prefer the heat to the cold.
We are talking more and more about it. It's just finding where to go. I don't want to go anywhere where there's tornadoes or hurricanes or big bugs or where I can't have grass.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah.
Or earthquakes.
I don't know if there's a location on the earth that would actually meet all of her criteria. Darth Molly said we are near one of her favorite places on Earth, Cedar Point. Darth Molly, Kim works at Cedar Point.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
She actually started working out there this year. She works at Melt Bar and Grilled. It's a grilled cheese restaurant out there.
I love it. It's the best job ever.
So that's kind of funny. She's like, what?
That is hilarious.
Yeah, we live about 30, 40 minutes away from there.
About
so
40.
we're right in the middle between Cleveland and Sandusky. We're about dead in the middle. It's about Cleveland's about 30 minutes east. Sandusky's about 30 minutes west.
All right, your turn.
All right. Where do I want to go? My man. Let's go. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to play a bait card. I don't think I played a bait card yesterday. So I'm going to play a bait card, and that will be my turn. And I will draw one of each cards. Nice. All right,
I'm going to play a bait card as well.
She said she's super jealous right now. I could have just been on roller coasters all day and been in heaven. I'm assuming you've eaten at the Thirsty Pony.
Yes, yeah. My very first day of training, we went there after work.
She has, I have not. I have a season ticket waiting for me that we haven't had a chance to pick up yet between Origins and everything else we've been doing. Hopefully next week we're going to make it out there one evening.
Yeah, well,
I think that's what we're going to
next week's going to be the busiest week of the season. Usually from July 4th on is when it starts getting really crazy. So since we're so close, we're lucky we can go like half days. Maybe go in the morning for a few hours or in the evening for a few hours. We'll have to play it by ear. Best time to go is, like, from what I've seen so far, when the weatherman's calling for rain, like a slight percentage of rain, or it's cooler. A lot of people seem to steer away.
Yeah.
The other day,
She said the Thirsty Pony has the best wings.
I didn't get the wings. I got the salad. I was going to get the wings, too, and I didn't.
And Kimmy loves wings.
I love wings. That's my favorite food.
So the funny thing about Kim and wings is, before we started dating, she had never had wings. And now it's all she wants to eat.
It's all I eat. The other day, if you can believe it, the brand new ride to Steel Vengeance, it was a really crappy day. It was raining on and off all day long. That ride, all day long, never went longer than a 30-minute wait. There's an app on my phone where I can check all the rides in the park. So that's insane because I heard at its highest it's been up to like a 6-hour wait, which is nuts, and I would never do that. Yeah.
Why would you waste your whole day for one ride?
Never.
And for as much as it's breaking down, too.
Yep.
I like roller coasters. I am not going on the Steel Vengeance this year. I've already told Kim. I am waiting for year 2 and waiting for all the kinks to be worked out. That thing is broken down way too much. Way too much that I care for. She said it's how she judges a restaurant. If they make good wings,
yes.
How is that one? Have you been on the Steel Vengeance?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, neither of us have ridden it.
No, I haven't been on it yet.
I don't think either of us are going to ride it this year. Mainly because
I rode 2 rides, and that was in the off season. One night when they had it open for employees, I rode the Maverick and
the Mine Ride.
The Mine Ride, which I've never ridden the Maverick before. That was really good, and the Mine Ride I've rode 1,000 times.
Yeah, for as close as we lived to Cedar Point, we went out there once when we were dating many, many years ago, and we just
have not been back.
We've talked about going out there every year, and we've just never made it back. So now that she's working out there, we will be going back out there. she just wants to ride the Millennium Force over and over and over and over.
That's what I heard. My friend says that's really a great ride, so I want to try that. I also want to try, I think it's the Gatekeeper that's up front. That one looks really crazy. I will not.
Maverick is really good. Really enjoyed that one.
I will not go on Max Air, though. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's the one that like goes swings up like a pendulum, and everybody's spinning around. I walk right past that every day back and forth to work, and that scares the hell out of me. I will never go on that ride. All right, it's your turn because I put a bait card out.
Oh, you put a bait card out too? You little... All right, well, let's move up to blue. And I'm going to draw a location.
I'm going to play a defend, which lets me move sideways.
Okay. I'm going to play a blue castle. She said, "Oh, heck no, let me tell you, that's instant sick bucket for me." She said she saw that one, nope, and went to the arcade.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
As a kid, my dad used to hate taking me there because I loved riding roller coasters, and he wouldn't ride roller coasters. My mom and I would go on roller coasters. But I, of course, wanted to go to the arcade and just hang out at the arcade all day long and just pretty much play any video game that was out back then.
Yeah, no, that one, I tell him about it every day. I've sent him videos of it when I'm coming home from work. I'm like, that, and where I work is right next to the boardwalk, right by the Ferris wheel. So right there is, I don't know what it's called, but it is this huge, gigantic pole right off the beach that has all these swings on it. It comes down and it goes up, and then it's so high. I would never ride that either. I actually, from where I'm parking, when I first got there and I didn't know where my restaurant was located and I still wasn't familiar with it, I could tell a mile away where my car was by looking where the swings where I had to walk to. It's insane.
She said she saw that one. We didn't do that either, but she said that she would do.
Oh, no, can't do it. Can't do
I
it.
used to ride the one swings that they had years ago.
Yeah, they still have those.
Yeah. Those
I think that's over by Frontierland.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make a money move here, and I'm going to do
Yeah,
tunnel.
we'll see.
And I'm going to come over here.
Can you do a tunnel to attack? Did it move anyone?
Yeah, you stop and attack.
This triggers a conflict. There's a
Yep, I've done it before.
All right, so my 3's revealed. I'm guessing this is a Z. Ooh, okay. So it's equal. So you're basically just pushed back.
Oh, I thought I could take it with the 3. It only a 0?
Oh, you know what? No, you're right. Equal. It's greater than or equal. You win. If the attacker's power is greater than or equal, the attacker wins. So, yep, you take that.
Nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to play a residence and move that guy there.
All right, I am going to use my typewriter ability. During my turn, I can choose one of my... Oh, no. During my turn, I choose one card from my discard pile and add it back to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I am... I'm going to take that one. Now it's your turn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play a shrine and move this guy up there.
I am going to do another tunnel. I'm going to come over here. Oh, God, I hope that's your 2.
You just won.
I just won! Yay!
That's the first time you won.
Is it? I can't see the name. Is it Darth Molly or Darth?
Darth Molly.
Darth Molly. Molly's my nickname. You were my lucky charm during this.
Yeah,
I
because
just won.
usually what she does is she keeps attacking me, and she gets 3 of the characters without information, and then she loses. She said nice game.
Thank you.
So, yep. So, that is Shadows in Kyoto. Like I said, we were going to do 2 streams tonight. Due to the heat up here in our game room this evening.
Yeah, we're really, you can't see it, thank God, but I'm sweating bullets. I don't know about you.
I think we actually may hold off on playing the other game. I would love to play a second game of this, but I think we're going to maybe hold off on that as well.
This is a really fun game, though. I mean, we talked a lot during this, but this is really fun, and there's so many different avenues you can go with it, and I didn't use the typewriter yesterday, so being able to go back.
I had a yellow market as bait, so if you would have landed on a yellow, I didn't even get to use my bait card, but damn. Yeah, that was a good game. Nice. But it's a nice... Go someplace to get a cool drink. If she's drinking,
I have them. I have my Christmas ales.
She's drinking Christmas ale. It's Christmas in July here. This is a really fun 2-player game. When we actually were at the Deepwater booth when we were at Origins, and if you go out to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/whatimplayingnow, you'll see an interview that we did at their booth. We showed several of the different games. This was one of the games that we actually talked about with Tiffany while we were there, and I knew instantly. I was like, okay, I have a feeling Kim and I would probably really like this game. I really didn't think we were going to like it as much as we actually do.
No, I didn't either.
I had a feeling it was up our alley, but we like 2-player games. So we like games like Seven Wonders Duel, things like this that are a little smaller that, it's just conflict with 2 people going at it. And this one definitely fits that bill. So if you like playing 2-player games, if you like a little bit of conflict in your games, if you don't like attacking people and you like co-op games,
probably not the game.
Probably not the game for you. You could give it a try, but I'm guessing you probably wouldn't like it. She said her husband and they do too. She said she'll have to check this one out. Yeah, we were really surprised. Like I said, how much we really like this one. We saw several other games at their booth. What was the other one we played from them that was kind of popular?
Oh, that was the, what is it called?
2, or I can't remember what those... I can't remember what it was.
Are you talking about, what is that kind of game called where you write?
It's like, that one's like a flip and write or something like that. Because normally they're roll and write.
Welcome to the Neighborhood or something like
Welcome
that?
It was Welcome to.
That was a fun one. I enjoyed that.
They have Welcome to out, which is kind of like a flip and... It wasn't a flip and write they were calling it. They were calling it something else. Because you're flipping cards. Well, roll and write would be Steamroller, like what we played last night from Stronghold.
Yes.
Where you're rolling and then marking your board, and that's what you're doing. A roll and write is similar to like Yahtzee.
Okay.
So the difference with that Welcome to is you're flipping the cards over.
Oh, that's right. We had the
and
cards
that's the
in
reason
the
why
that we were
that's
drawing.
the reason why it's a flip and not a roll.
Right, yeah.
And they didn't call it right. They called it something else. I can't remember what it was. But that Welcome to was actually a really good game. That game actually, I think, they were only taking people who had pre-ordered the game. They were selling it to them. We couldn't even get a review copy at Origins.
Definitely go out though to our Instagram channel. We post a lot of
pictures.
Our Instagram page. A lot of pictures of 2-player games that we play a lot that you guys might like.
So check that out, and like I said, check out the YouTube channel. We got the last of the videos up yesterday, so there's about 24, 25 videos from Origins out there that we did interviews with a bunch of different publishers down in Columbus a couple weeks ago. And it took me a little bit longer to get through those videos than I wanted to, but we got them done.
It was a lot of fun, though.
But it was really cool meeting everybody and making some... new friends and everything out there. But this is Shadows in Kyoto from Emperor S4, Deepwater Games. It is set in the Hanamikoji kind of universe.
The illustrations are amazing.
The art style in this game is beautiful. And Hanamikoji is, I think, a whole separate game.
Yeah, that's what
I think Eric and I have played it. I think it's kind of like a battle line game, if I remember correctly, if that's the game I'm thinking of. I'll have to look it up and see if it is or not. But... all right, everybody, I think that's going to be it for tonight. We're calling it Due to Heat.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. I'm going to try to be back. I was going to maybe do a stream on Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to do one on Wednesday because it is the 4th of July. So maybe I'll try to do one maybe Thursday.
We might check back because we might do... I'm coming home Wednesday night, so we might do one.
Oh, maybe we'll do a stream Wednesday. Okay. Maybe we'll do a stream Wednesday. We have played.
I don't know how the audio would go with the fireworks around here, though, so that might be.
It depends on when we do the stream.
Yeah.
If we did the stream like around 6 or so before it got dark, we could probably get away with it.
Back.
But
We always post it on our Instagram when we're going to do a live.
I'll send out some Twitter messages or send out some tweets and some Instagram posts to let people know when we're going to go live on Wednesday if we do. If we do it, probably be around 6 or so, I would probably say. Probably do it.
No earlier than 6.
Probably no earlier than 6.
I have to work till 4. By
Yeah.
the time I get home, it's going to be 5.
Yeah.
So
we can even probably start around 7 because fireworks probably don't start around till 9.
yeah.
So we could probably get, because we do have a couple of games that we've played that we have ready to stream. Like I said, we're going to do a double header tonight, but I think because we were at a birthday party earlier, because of the heat, we're doing a single game tonight and we're going to call it. But thanks everybody for joining us. It was great
thanks
talking
a lot.
to everybody.
YouTube, Twitch, hopefully we get
I'm going to work on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, so we're going to be trying to stream it out to multiple places, so we can have multiple audiences, and hopefully I can get chat up here on our TV behind me that Kim can watch, so we're not watching our phones. I'm going to try to get chat working into one location for everybody. I'm going to have to play around with some things tomorrow and Tuesday, but that will be my job for the next couple days. But thanks everybody for joining us. We're calling it.
Thanks.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.